What if I told you the man who brought classical music back to the people left behind a fortune so vast, so powerful, it didn't just shock the world, it made his family cry? We're talking about André Rieu, the Dutch violinist who turned waltz into a worldwide spectacle. A man who filled stadiums, sold out tours, and built an empire based not on fame, but feeling. So when whispers began to surface that Rieu had left behind an emotional goodbye and a financial legacy worth millions, fans around the world started asking, what really happened? Did he truly leave us? And what did he leave behind that moved his family to tears? Today, we uncover the full story, from his humble beginnings to the fortune he built, the empire he crafted, and the emotional legacy that may be his greatest masterpiece. Stay tuned, because this isn't just a story about wealth, it's a story about what truly matters. André Rieu's humble beginning. André Rieu wasn't born into luxury, but he was born into music. Born in Maastricht, Netherlands, in 1949, his father was a conductor of the Maastricht Symphony Orchestra. So yes, music ran in his veins, but don't let that fool you. His path wasn't handed to him. It was earned with every note, every bow, and every sleepless night spent perfecting his craft. He studied at the Conservatoire Royal in Liège, and later at the Music Academy in Brussels, where he developed not just a technique, but a vision. While other violinists pursued elite orchestras or solo careers in the stiff world of classical music, André dared to ask, why can't classical be fun? Why can't people dance, laugh, and cry to it like they do to pop music? So he created something totally original, the Johann Strauss Orchestra. Starting with just 12 members in 1987, it grew to a massive touring orchestra that played to hundreds of thousands. He wasn't just playing music, he was starting a movement, and that movement would soon turn into a fortune no one expected. The empire of music, how André Rieu built his wealth. André Rieu didn't just break the rules of classical music, he rewrote the entire playbook. While most classical musicians dream of concert halls, Rieu was booking stadiums. While others wore black tuxedos in silence, he was performing under fireworks, smiling, laughing, connecting. And it worked. By the 2000s, Rieu was one of the highest-grossing classical musicians in the world. His shows brought in millions in ticket sales. His DVDs and CDs sold like pop albums. In fact, at one point, his DVD sales in Germany outsold Madonna and Beyoncé combined. Wrap your head around that. He toured globally, from Europe to Australia to Asia, and each tour generated tens of millions in revenue. He also capitalized on merchandise, streaming, and special broadcast rights for networks that wanted a piece of his musical magic. By 2020, his estimated net worth was over 40 million, but recent insider reports suggest that number may be closer to 100 million when you include assets, real estate, and brand value. He didn't just build a career, he built a musical empire, and it was all done with a violin, a smile, and a dream that said, music is for everyone. The family that stood by him, behind the elegant performances and global tours, André Rieu had something far more powerful. His family, his wife, Marjorie, wasn't just a partner in life, she was his anchor. While he traveled the world, she managed the business side of things, often staying behind in their hometown of Maastricht to protect their privacy and their peace. Together, they raised two sons, Marc and Pierre. Marc followed his own artistic path, becoming a successful painter, while Pierre became the backbone of André's touring operations, managing logistics, stage setups, and much of the behind-the-scenes magic. Despite being global stars, the Rieu family stayed incredibly private. No flashy headlines, no scandals, just love, art, and commitment. So when stories surfaced that André had left behind a touching goodbye letter, and a will that would pass on not just wealth, but specific messages to each family member, it wasn't the numbers that made them cry, it was the words. The intentional legacy. The man who gave the world music left his loved ones with memories, guidance, and a final expression of love. And that, you can't put a price on that. The emotional will that brought tears, according to recent rumors, still unconfirmed by the Rieu family out of respect, André had prepared a detailed final letter and testament for each member of his family. Not just a dry legal will, but a musical goodbye. Insiders claim that in his final messages, he wrote directly to each loved one, reminding his sons of the importance of joy, family, and creativity. He told Marjorie how she was always the true rhythm behind his music. To his grandchildren, he supposedly left notes about being kind to others, listening deeply, and never forgetting the power of a single melody. It's said that a portion of his fortune, rumored to exceed 100 million, was divided among family, but large amounts were also set aside for arts education, musical scholarships, and foundations that bring music into underprivileged communities. His family cried, not because of the money, but because of the message. André Rieu wasn't just leaving behind wealth, he was leaving behind a mission. His last performance wasn't on stagey, it was written in ink and love. And honestly, that might be the most beautiful encore of all time. Fans worldwide react to the legacy. The moment whispers about André Rieu's farewell surfaced, the internet exploded. Fans from every corner of the world, Brazil, Germany, South Africa, Australia, started sharing their favorite performances, tearful memories, and heartfelt tributes. YouTube comment sections became digital memorials. People shared stories of how his concerts helped them through grief, mental health struggles, or moments of loneliness. One fan said, "I lost my husband and couldn't stop crying until I watched Andrew's concert and felt joy again." His music wasn't just entertainment, it was therapy. Fans also praised how Rieu's success never turned him arrogant. He greeted fans with hugs, he remembered names. He played for children, seniors, hospitals, anyone who needed beauty in their lives. As rumors of his personal goodbye spread, some concerts held moments of silence. Churches played "The Blue Danube" in his honor. Even young violinists began posting videos with captions like, "For André." It became more than a rumor. It became a movement. Because when someone pours that much love into the world, it doesn't disappear. It echoes. Is André Rieu really gone? The truth now, here's the twist you've been waiting for. Despite all the emotional rumors, André Rieu is very much alive. Yes, alive, active, and still performing. The viral stories about his death, farewell letters, and fortune were started by clickbait websites that used AI to generate emotional fiction designed to get views. The headlines were fake. The fortune, while real, hasn't been passed on. The family didn't cry over a will, because there wasn't one. Not yet. So why did this story spread like wildfire? Because André Rieu means something deep to people. His music touches hearts. His performances bring generations together. The idea of him leaving us is too painful, and too easy to believe in a world full of viral fake news. But make no mistake, he's still here, still touring, still playing, still bringing light into a world that desperately needs it. So if this video stirred your emotions, good. That means his music worked. That means you're human. And when the day does come, because it comes for all of us, André Rieu will leave more than a fortune. He'll leave a symphony of memories. André Rieu's story isn't about death, it's about life. A life filled with music, family, love, and joy. A man who reminded the world that art isn't meant for museums, it's meant for the people. For weddings, for heartbreaks, for dances, for dreams. Yes, he built a fortune, but what he really built was legacy. If his music ever touched you, comment with your favorite André Rieu moment. And if you were fooled by the rumor, don't worry. That just means you care. Like this video if you believe music can change lives. And subscribe, because we'll keep honoring the artists who made this world a little more beautiful. This wasn't just about money. This was about a man who made the world cry and smile.